is Wednesday, March 6th. March 6th. I've been off all week. I thought yesterday was the 6th, so I got home and I was looking at my computer. I'm like, oh, it's the 5th today, but oh well. So it is Wednesday, as I said. I didn't get a chance to vlog on Monday and Tuesday because I kept forgetting to charge my camera battery, but I remembered yesterday, so it's all charged and ready to go. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Kelly. I am a second grade teacher in California. This week is a really odd week because we are doing LPAC testing. LPAC is the English Language Proficiency Assessment, I believe it stands for, and it's for our English learners to see how well that they've been learning English and what level they are, and we use this to reclassify them once they become proficient in English. And it's just a bunch of you know, paperwork stuff that I only sort of understand. All I know is that I have to give the test. So yesterday we did the reading test, today we're doing the writing, and then tomorrow we're doing speaking and listening, and then not speaking, just listening, and then they're going to be pulled by former teachers in our district, retired teachers. They're going to be pulling them and doing the speaking part. So it's just been sort of an off week. I'm also dealing with having my broken bone in my foot. I'm in a lot of pain this morning because I've been limping around. My leg that I've been limping on, which is my left leg, has been killing me. My calf hurts, the side of my foot hurts, my knee hurts. It's just a lot of pain. So this morning I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm just gonna walk normally. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. So now the broken part of my foot hurts and I'm back to walking very carefully and limping around. And I haven't even walked that much. I walked around my house. I got coffee this morning, so I walked up to Starbucks because I don't like using the drive-thru, at least at this location. So yeah, it's just going to be a day. And then I have to walk around during the test to help proctor it, which I didn't get a chance to sit down at all yesterday until after recess, and I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing today. So, but after that, it's just I want to sit, but sitting makes me feel so much slower. It's like I'm not teaching when I'm sitting down. It feels wrong. So it is what it is. I need to, you know, be gentle with myself and just sort of adjust and accommodate. And the kids are being really good. I have a student who's really likes to help. She's sort of gone into overdrive and is asking me about every 2 minutes if there's something that she can do for me, and which is nice, but at the same time it's like, no, just sit down, and if I need help, I will tell you, please. So yeah, so my schedule today is in the morning we're going to do LPAC testing, we'll come back and do AR, and then we'll do math. Today we are, we've learned how to regroup during subtraction from tens to ones. Yesterday we learned to regroup from hundreds to tens, which they picked up really quickly, and today we're going to be doing both. So I have a feeling we're going to do it for today and tomorrow. I just think that it's going to be a 2-day lesson. I only scheduled it as a 1-day lesson, but the more I think about it, the more I think it's probably going to end up being 2 days, which is fine. And then we'll do language arts in the afternoon, which is not working out all that great because they're just so unfocused in the afternoon. But, you know, we'll do what we can. And then it's a short day today because it's Wednesday. And then next week is parent conferences. So I'm finishing up report cards. I have about 10 that I need to finish. It's just comments, which won't take me very long. And then I'm done. I've got all but I think 2 of my parent conferences confirmed. And I think those 2 are just going to show up without the confirmation. So because one of them contacted me through Class Dojo, so I'm good. I'm set. So yeah. So today's going to be a good day, and I will catch up with you again after school. Bye. Hello everybody. It is now the end of the day. I'm just getting things together and I'm going to start heading off in a few minutes. I finished my grades, which makes me really excited. They are due we're getting conflicting reports. The district said that the report card window closes on Sunday at midnight, and then our school is saying that it closes Friday at midnight, but I don't need to worry about it because I'm done. I've got my report cards all finished, and I'm ready for progress reports next week. I've got my copies and my lesson plans made for next week, so I'm in really good shape. The day went pretty well. It was rough just because I was in so much pain. My leg just is killing me. It hurts to walk. I don't want to do anything. And I, of course, had to walk around during the test just to make sure the kids were doing what they needed to be doing and understood and were doing what they were supposed to be doing, and not talking or reading books or any of that. So we got through the test. It did not take the full hour and a half this time. And then we have one more part tomorrow. And then what did we do? We came back, we did AR, we did some phonics after recess where we're learning AR words, that make the R sound. So we're reading, and it was really nice because we have this little decodable phonics reader that focuses on the sound. So it was I don't remember what it was called today. It was about two kids who were going to go to a farm where their grandparents live. And we read it together, and then I told them to read it by themselves. And I went over to my struggling reader, and he did a really good job. I mean, he wasn't perfect, he wasn't fast, but he was decoding it and reading with some expression too. So I left him and I went on to another struggling reader, and they were doing really well. She was doing really well as well, so I was really pleased. Then at math, they all did a really good job remembering to regroup for the two. So what happened is a lot of them were doing things, they were regrouping, or they were forgetting to regroup from their hundreds, or they weren't drawing their pictures carefully enough. So I ended up with 3 kids who needed to do like 4 problems each that they had done incorrectly. And a couple of them I needed to sit and watch them do it and help them out. So we just continued after recess because I was like, they got it so well, it's not worth extending the lesson to tomorrow. It's just, let's just move on and go on with the process. So we ended up doing it for about a half an hour after math. The kids that were done wanted to play Prodigy, but the first student I went to send to do Prodigy started going, I get to play Prodigy, I get to play Prodigy. And I said, oh, no, you don't get to play Prodigy. You are going to take out your book and you are going to sit and read, because that was really rude. So he's like, oh, okay. So they sat down and read, and then as more and more students were finishing and reading, they asked, well, can I read on Epic, which is another app online that has a bunch of different books? And I ended up saying yes, they could. So my other students were reading books on Epic. According to the app, we've read 400 books this year on that app. I didn't know we've used it that much. I don't know how closely the kids are reading the books or if they're just flipping through. I really don't know, but they were really engaged in that. So yeah, and then during lunch I decided we're having a book fair next week, but I decided to go ahead and send out Scholastic book orders anyway. And I told them, go to the book fair first, see if there's any books that you want, and then if there isn't, go ahead and buy from the Scholastic book orders and see, because I'm trying not to lose my status. I want more bonus points, and I don't know how it's working this year, but I'm not getting as many book orders this year, so I want to be consistent. I usually don't send out at the same time. I did also decided to do another Donors Choose project because I'm lacking in multicultural books, so I put that together where there's like 4 different sets of multicultural books from Lakeshore that I put on my list, and I wrote that project up and put that up. And then we did vocabulary, we did Class Dojo, and then it was a student's birthday, so their parents came with cupcakes, which, oh my gosh, they did not like I thought the frosting was really good. It wasn't like the usual icky frosting that comes. It was like rich and creamy, but it was dark purple, and some of the kids just took the cupcake and smashed it in their face, which they're second graders. They know how to eat cupcakes. I don't know why they do that. So they were getting frosting everywhere, and then it just turned into a mess, and I was trying to get them, after they had all eaten their cupcakes, get them ready to go, and they were just too hyper. So I was like, all right, put your heads down. So we spent the last couple minutes with our heads down, and I talked to them. I said, I don't know if we're going to have birthdays if this is how you're going to act,
But they settled down, and then we were able to leave, and then that's been the rest of the day. So tomorrow we still have testing, and then we just haven't gotten to the story, but that's okay because we have next week to get to the story. But hopefully, we haven't even read it once, so hopefully we'll get a chance to finish it for the first time tomorrow. And I would like to start writing. We're starting opinion writing, which I like a lot better than research reports, or at least research reports can be fun because they're working independently and they're reading and they're talking, but this time it didn't work for me. It was just chaotic and frustrating. So I'm glad we're off research reports and we're on to opinion, where we read a book and then usually a fairy tale, but I always start with the story called Miss Rumpus by Barbara Cooney. I always want to say Carolyn B. Cooney, but that's Face on the Milk Carton. I think it's Barbara Cooney. I have to look it up. It's one of my favorite books, and it's really easy for me to guide the students through. This is how we form an opinion. We have an overarching opinion, and then we have three, she's awesome, she's brave, she's amazing, and then we have three reasons. She's amazing, she is very brave, and then an example of how she's brave. She's very kind, and an example how she's kind. She's very, I can't even think of anything else. She's not very something, and then an example of her being that thing, and then we restate our opinion. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of looking through various fairy tales after we do that, and the kids really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to that unit. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, March 7th. I'm excited because my wobble stools are supposedly supposed to come today. I know I shouldn't put too much stake in what it says on the computer, and I should just, be patient until they actually come, but I'm really hoping that they come today because I want to get them out for the students to use, but also we have to, when you do a Donors Choose project, you have to put together a thank you packet. And even though it's not due till May, I want to get started on my thank you packet and get it sent off and just get that done so I don't have that hanging over me. So today we have more LPAC testing. Apparently I'm the only teacher who still has testing. The schedule said that we were doing it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and the other teachers crammed 2 tests in on one day, and our Tosa was a little stressed when I talked to him this morning, but it is what it is. I feel like even though I'm the one, I followed the schedule and did everything right, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm behind. I did something wrong, and I have to remind myself, no, I'm fine. It's okay. I followed the rules, which is what I do, is I follow the rules. It'll be fine, and I think that it was better for the kids that I was testing to not have them do 2 sections of the test in one day, because it was a lot. The first day they took a really long time to do the reading section, and yesterday writing didn't take quite as long, but it took longer. It took, a good amount of time for them to do, and I wanted to give them the whole time, and I didn't want to stress them out. So I'm okay. So we're doing that. I have to see if I have my formative assessment for math copied. I think I copied it. So that's what we're doing in math. And then reading, I don't know what we're doing today. We're doing our AR words still in phonics. We're done with fluency for the week. We're working high frequency words. We're going to finish the story, hopefully. And then I don't think we did grammar yesterday. So we need to do grammar, which is we're doing commas and dates and places. So that's what we're doing, and it is a rainy day, so we have rainy day schedule today. My foot's hurting. I woke up without any pain, and I did exactly what I did yesterday and went, oh, I'm fine. And I walked, and oh, that was dumb. I need to, acknowledge that I am hurt and just keep walking carefully. So it's all taped up. I took some Advil. I'm just waiting for the pain to go away. And yeah, so then I will catch up with you later. Bye. All right, so I've made it to the end of the day. The day went okay. It's just so distracting being in pain and being so uncomfortable and being tired because I'm in pain, that it makes things hard. So, you know, it's one of those, day could have gone better, but it was what it was. We got through the last part of the LPAC testing. We did listening today. It was just a lot of me having to read stories. It was just like, oh, it's a lot of talking on my part. But we did that. We came back in. We did AR. We did some phonics and something. I don't remember exactly what we did after recess. Oh, I remember. We took the STAR test, which is, so AR is a program where they read books. They take a test on the computer, and that gives them their level of what they should be able to read and comprehend without too much frustration. So we're supposed to give that STAR test 3 times a year. So at the beginning of the year and then at each trimester. So I went ahead and gave it. And I was really excited. A lot of my students made really phenomenal growth. Some of them, according to the test, have made over a year's growth. And some just grew, you know, a few months, but it's still, growth is growth. So I was really pleased with that. So after that, we took our formative assessment on subtraction with 3 different numbers, with regrouping. One problem didn't have regrouping, the rest did. And once again, there was one student who she wasn't getting it, so I sat down and I watched her do it. And then once I sat with her, she worked so much more carefully and was able to perform. So, you know, it's one of those things that we have to take this test on the computer called the NWEA, which I don't particularly like, but you know, we're mandated to take it. It's not a state test. It's just supposed to be so we can see what progress our kids have made. But it's one of those things, it's like, I'm not going to be able to sit next to her while she's taking that test. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, so we did that, and then we came back, we did some language arts, some more, we did commas and letters, we did some spelling review, and then we finished the story. So yay, we finished it, and they really enjoyed it. What was really cool is at the other day, I asked them who the author was, because I wanted them to be able to identify the author, and they're like, Ted Arnold wrote this. And I start going on, and the kid goes, wait a second, did you just say Ted Arnold? I'm like, yeah. And he pulls out a Fly Guy book and he goes, is this the same author? And it was. So that was cool for them, and I'm glad that they made that connection. So then we went to recess, and it started raining at lunch, and it was raining really hard at recess. I went up to the office and I was making some copies. I did find out my wobble stools came. I thought I ordered 4. I guess I only ordered 2. I think originally I wanted to get 6, 1 for each table, but that was too expensive. So I thought changing it to 4, but apparently it was 2. Unfortunately, they are too small to sit at our desks. I ordered the smallest ones because I thought that's what I needed, and it turns out no, not, but they fit perfectly at our round table, so that's where I've got them. So eventually I hope I'll get 2 more, and then that table will just be for the wobble stools, and if they want to sit in wobble stools, that's where they'll go. And I'll show you the wobble stools in a minute. So we came back in, we did journal writing. The prompt was, how do you feel about roller coasters? And some of them were just adamant that they didn't want to write about roller coasters. So I said, okay, well, you can write about the rain, you could write about, you know, playing dodgeball at recess, which is what a kid actually suggested. You could write about whatever you want. So I had like half the kids write about roller coasters, half the kids write on another topic. And then after that, we did typing. And it's the end of the day. So let me show you the wobble stools. So this is my round table over here. Here's the wobble stool. As you can see, it is very small, but that's fine. And it wobbles while they're working on it. I had a couple of kids working on it during writing. And then almost every kid, while we were packing up, came over and sat. So it just kind of fits at the table right there. And they'll, like I said, hopefully eventually I'll be able to get 4, so they'll be all the way around. But that's good to know. So I think obviously now that I have the wobble stools, I won't be lowering that table because the wobble stools fit there. So I think what I'm going to do is get some sort of other short table and have those for floor seats eventually once I figure out what I'm going to do with storage and all that. But that's kind of the plan. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. I, at this point, am very unsure if I'm coming to school tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe I need the weekend plus tomorrow for my foot to heal. It's, you know, everything it's going numb. It hurts. It's just a pain. And so I'm thinking that as little as I want to call in sick, especially since I highly doubt at this point I'm going to get a substitute, so they'll have to split my class, which I'm prepared for. I have sub packets. But this month is so bad for this to have happened, because later this month I have to be out for oral surgery, and I scheduled that for Friday, and I do have a sub for that right now. But my fear is that by Monday I won't be ready to come back, and I'll have to call in sick then. And then that same week I'm taking a day off, to a personal day, to go to my family and visit them, and then I'm taking that Monday off as well. And it's so many days. And this is, I think last year I took maybe 3 days off, and the year before, the last time I remember taking major days off was about 4 years ago when I got pneumonia. And I came to school. I came to school with a migraine that wouldn't go away. And I finally went to the doctor for the migraine. And while I was at the doctor, she's like, yeah, you have pneumonia. That's why you've got this migraine. So I was out the rest of the week. And that was the week before conferences. So March is not the best month for me sometimes. But yeah, so I don't want to call in sick, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not going to vlog tomorrow anyway. So that is my vlog for this week. It was short because there was only 2 days, but that's okay. Thank you for coming along with this strange ride with me. Please leave a comment below if you have anything to say. I will drop my Donors Choose link in the comments or in the description box. If you would like to help me build my multicultural library, that would be awesome, and I would thank you very much. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful day.